So rather than building a design system from scratch, you found a UI kit that already gives you a starting point, and then you start basing it on top of that.
Absolutely. If you have the time and the resources to build a design system from scratch, I'm happy for whoever has the time and the resources to do it. But on a business level, I think it's a very conscious and smart decision to take just something as a foundation and build upon it. There's so many complex things you need to consider when creating a button component or whatever component you may need. So this is our design system. It's called Aula. Aula is, I don't know if Americans know that word or English speaking people. So the aula is usually that place in universities where people come together and there's like knowledge sharing going on. So this is basically the cheering room. I don't know if that's the actual word in English. That's basically the gathering space, I would say, the aula. And I think it was a nice way to name it, with the educational background being for students and basically the place where everything and the knowledge comes together.
Love it.
So this is our design system. And as a little background on our design system, we did our redesign of our product, like a big redesign where we basically tore everything we had before apart, really looked into all of the details, what worked, what didn't work, and wanted to basically rethink it and make it much simpler in how we approach it. And also, we didn't have a lot of time to get started and actually finish like the first release of that redesign. So what we did, and I'm not ashamed to say, because I think probably starting from scratch on a design system isn't the smartest move to do, because there's amazing design systems out there. We chose, like we reviewed a lot of existing solutions for design systems and chose Untitled UI as the base, as the foundation for a design system. And this really helped us a lot to basically create that first draft of our designs and have some of the unnecessary, in my opinion, design decisions out of the way. And then based on that, like, I don't need to build the 1 millionth button. I don't know how many buttons are created every day, every single second by designers. This is a proper button. It does all the things a button should do. And so obviously, like we did iterations on them, we recolored them, we worked on some of the sizings and other stuff, created new ones for our use cases. But it is based on Untitled UI. And you can actually see here, for example, the shared components are, most of them are still stuff that come from Untitled UI, but customized through our variables mostly. And here you can see all of the Study Smarter specific components that were created.
So basically, rather than building a design system from scratch, you found a UI kit that already gives you a starting point, and then you start basing it on top of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you have the time and the resources to build a design system from scratch, I'm happy for whoever has the time and the resources to do it. But on a business level, I think it's a very conscious and smart decision to take just something as a foundation and build upon it. There's so many complex things you need to consider when creating a button component or whatever component you may need.
Couple of questions there, because this is a very interesting approach that you're using an existing UI kit to speed up the stuff versus building everything from scratch. So a couple of rapid fire questions here. Like, how much time do you think that you saved by just leveraging Untitled UI instead of you creating every single button that you see here from scratch? Roughly.
I mean, roughly, I don't know, maybe we saved 100 hours. Easy. Like, just think about, obviously, like this, for example, would probably not be like the latest approach to going about creating a button component, because you can already use different properties and stuff. So you don't need to outline all of these states maybe. But like creating this, and you still would need to consider all of this. Just the brain power and the planning to create a proper button component that also can be inside a button group, and then how badges work and tags work. Like this is a shitload of work. I created some of these badges ourselves that we needed just for ours, and I just added them on top. And it took me, I don't know, an hour or more. And this is like our like work, like time spent on something that's not necessary, in my opinion. And really, I'd rather spend that time on actually working on the product itself.
Wow. This is amazing. This is a very unique approach. I like it. Just speeding up the development like that. Because when I zoom in on that, it seems like the Untitled UI already has all these like use cases because I see so many rows and rows of let's take any component. Like you talked about the
Yeah.
brain power, right? Like even just taking the
Um,
button or
yeah.
whichever one you want.
Wait, let's look at, for example, I don't know, whatever, checkbox groups, box groups. Look at this. Okay, honestly, that's a bad example. Let me choose a different one because we actually don't use those, I think. But it's as simple as, for example, those badges here, right? You first need like a base badge, something that's neutral that you would probably use a lot for, I don't know, accounts or something. But then you also need it for the info case, and you need it for a warning, an alert, an error, or warning and success, and all of these different ways. And then, shit. Okay, we don't just need it in small. We actually now in this view, we need it in medium. Okay.
Yeah.
And now we need it in large. And then, fuck. Okay, we need it now with actually like an icon in the front or this indicator. Okay, now in this one case, we want to use it for showing all the people working on something. So we need an avatar. All of this stuff is so much tedious work to properly align, to have everything spaced out properly, the padding around it, and so on. There's so many small decisions when creating a design system that like really props to any company that even after the rough last year has the people and the resources to start from scratch and really also see still the value and starting from scratch, because you really like selling this to stakeholders that you want to start from scratch. And yeah, okay, I'm going to start on the button component. It's going to take me, good luck with that.
I love this. So basically, the brain power piece, what I like is if someone starts from scratch, they either have to think about all these different variations of the component for just the badge, or have marketing or engineering someone come in, be like, hey, we need this bigger. Or you just get the Untitled like UI kit and it's already has that there. So the brain power part is done. All you need to do now is figure out like, how does that look like for our app?
Exactly.
I love it. This is genius, by the way.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm really shocked at how little people want to also admit maybe using it. Like it's also a pride thing, I think.
Yeah,
That,
you're right.
you can say, yeah, we made a redesign and we built everything from scratch. And in a lot of cases, honestly, it won't pay off really, because there are design system designers. They do this on a daily basis, just thinking through super complex architecture of how to best set up a component that it's reusable and scalable and all of these micro decisions. And now if you want to get started, you get this. Imagine people in development not using, let's say, Tailwind, which basically does the same thing. Or there's like tons of these component kits also for Tailwind UI or something. So if you were actually to build this from scratch, it would take so much effort, and developers also won't do that, right? Like they also don't start from scratch. And I think what was his name? There's this talk from this designer who actually now works at Raycast. What's his name? Pedro Duarte. I think he even had a talk at a conference, I think 1 or 2 years ago, actually about the topic of creating the perfect, I think it was a drop down component or select component, and basically how crazy complex it is to build such a component, develop it actually. But a lot of these same decisions go into that. You won't start from scratch, but rather use something like Radix UI or other libraries to quickly get started in development as well.
One last noob question, because
Mhm.
again, I haven't used this UI kit. So, um, you have that Untitled UI kit open in a new tab and you drag components into your design system. How does that work?
How we're using it is really that we really made it our own, and it took so much load off of our shoulders for these initial design decisions. And still, it didn't stand in the way of us creating something that still speaks our design language that we envisioned for the product. And it's like small things like that you already get all of these foundational colors. And obviously, to some degree, we changed some of the colors, created some of our own palettes as a starting point, whatever. Like maybe they chose this screen for success and I wanted to use a different one for success. Super, it's already there and I can choose from, I don't know, four. And also, the nice thing is that it's also quite educational. I feel like in a lot of places, when it comes to the typography, again, like we customized it, but it already comes with kind of this layout for how to present it. Or here, it already comes with icons as well, and we have obviously we're adding our own as well that are specific to our needs. But that was also a selling point because they felt in line also stylistically and with their weight and stuff with what we envisioned for the product. And another nice thing is that they add some nice details like documentation on the side for people to get started. Yeah, write this documentation yourself. So yeah, it is a smart choice to go with something and make it your own if at the core, like you evaluated whatever UI kit it may be and see, okay, this goes in the right direction. It has the right components. Maybe it even has code components as well in the perfect framework you are already building your product. Then I definitely would opt for getting a kit always. So the thing is, we first created all of these basic decisions or customized all the basic decisions. What is the brand color? What scales do we actually want to use and all of this stuff? And brought all of these decisions into our variables and set everything up here. And then best case, if the variables are connected properly to all of the properties of your components, everything should be reflected, right? So that means when I'm just importing it similar to how I would import any other library. So I just go into whatever, let's jump into this file. And usually we start from screens that are already there. Like most of the views in our applications are already in place and we usually iterate on them. But then I would just go ahead and pull whatever the button in if I need it. And yeah, then I can adjust it to the size I need, whatever is if it's a primary button, if it's a secondary button, all of these things are already in place. Is it like, does it have icons on both sides? Does it have an icon leading, trailing, and or if it's only an icon itself? So super handy to quickly assemble a screen and use it. Obviously, we had really well thought out design system before the redesign already that our super talented designers that we back then had in our team created and put a lot of effort into. Still, it would have been more work to rework a lot of the components we had before, even though they were in place, they were to, let's say, a high level aligned with what we had in code as well. But still, now for the redesign, this was the approach that gave us like a fresh start and also not always be confronted with past decisions.
Hey, this is Jay. It means the world to me that you watch this video. If you want to unlock the AI design and growth design interviews, with designers at some of the top companies in the world, then head on over to sneakpeek.design and subscribe to the newsletter.